Alright everyone, welcome back to Tall Tales Custom Tackles. It's been about a week. Matter of fact, I gotta go to work tonight. Here in about an hour I'll get ready for work. But anyway, we're gonna make a video here. I'm not gonna say short because you know that usually never happens. So what we're gonna do, and I'll show you real quick, turn you around. This is a color sour grape. Try to get it in focus. By ML. It never fails. It never fails. My damn air compressor goes off every single time. It's all good. But anyway, I've had this color for probably about 7 or 8 months now. And I have never used it. So we're gonna see what it looks like. I mean, it just, you know, it was a color I saw online, and I just happened to you know, it was one of them things where you can buy like 5 and get the 6th one free, and I threw it in there just to you know, see what it looked like. And you know, I never tried it out, just because when you look at it in the bottle, it kind of looks like a purple that you might throw some white drops in to give it that look. So we'll find out in a second. I'm sorry, I got somebody messaging me right this second. Anyway, I'm getting so many messages all the time. You know, I have a lot of customers that order stuff and they ask questions and all, and I mean that's all understandable. I don't mind. I really don't. That's why I give my information. I mean, you can send me messages. You can, you know, look me up on Facebook, send me, you know, messages that way, Instagram. I mean, how else? This is what this channel is about, to show you a little bit of stuff and hopefully help learn. And I mean, sometimes just watching a video shows a lot, but sometimes you need a little bit more. So I mean, I don't mind, you know, talking and giving a little bit of advice. Oh, I gotta throw this in the, I'm gonna jump down, throw this in my little homemade vacuum chamber. Just like my little vacuum chamber, you know, I've been asked so many times about it. Back you up where you can see. I mean, it works great for what it is. I've got hardly, you know, I ain't got much money in it. I'll show you right here. And you're always better off to you know, throw it in the vacuum chamber beforehand, but I mean, I will put it in there hot. I got a bad habit about it, but I mean, you can do it when you're you know, just run it down, you know, however much you want, and let it sit there for a second, and you'll see the it'll suck gradually. It'll suck all the air bubbles out. And I know I've shown it, you know, that's just a old compressor out of a air conditioner. But anyway, try to explain what we're going to do real quick. I don't know what molds we're going to use yet, or mold. I want to see what this color is going to look like. I got a general idea, but see what it looks like, and once we see how it looks, then we'll decide what flake we'll add to it, and go from there. Since the last video, I have done a little bit of rearranging. You know, let me get my phone out of the way, but I got my injectors up there. The molds, I finally separate them by what they are. You know, you got the jerk baits, the swim baits, open pores, all the craws. This is like the Cali grub ringworms, the large ringworms, finesse sticks, lizards, all the way down, trick worms, small ribbon tails, large ribbon tails, a bunch of them, stick baits, reapers, action worms. Then that little section over there is just pretty much the tail molds. You know, I got a few tail molds, so I finally just organized a little bit, and that ain't gonna stay like that, because I'll probably end up doing something different right there, because I have more molds coming in. I'm waiting on some molds from BTS, and I got some other ones coming that I'm not gonna announce yet. That'll be a surprise for a later video. I'm excited about them though. I'm very excited about them. But anyway, so that will be changed a little bit. I have, and this is probably about done. Yeah, that's about done. But I did put these shelves in right here just to start hanging my baits up, get rid of the bath. I mean, bath works great. The problem with that is, you know, you take them out of the bath, you got them in trays, and you know, I can have up to about 20 trays out, but there's sometimes where I got so many orders and so much going on that I will have every one of my trays filled. So I'll have my rack over here filled up, I'll have them spread out all over the place. And with this, I can put several hundred baits on this and let them cure for a couple of days and pull them straight out and go to the bags. I'm actually going to add another one of these shelves. Also, I'm going to rearrange. You know, I know I'm wasting a lot of time, but I'm going to clean all that crap off, and that's where I'm going to leave my flakes and stuff at. Just going to do a lot of rearrange. I've been buying, you know, big quantities of flake, getting some stock up on flake. You know, buying half pound. Now black I buy a pound at a time, but you know, trying to build stock up, because I have a ton of flake over here, but that's all, you know, 2 to 4 ounce things. All right, let me get this plastered out, and we will start building this color. And like I say, I've been asked a ton of times about my my vacuum chamber, and it's just it's really just a simple build. I'm gonna revise it one day, and what I mean by that is I want to actually take and build a box instead of doing it with the pot right there, which the pot works great. Don't get me wrong, the pot works amazing, but you know, you're limited. Like most of the time I can drop like a 4, you know, I can put like a 4 pot or a 4 cup thing in there, but it's real tight. You know, I wanna be able to get where I want to make something where if I wanted to drop one of my 8 cup Pyrex in there, I can. You know, that there is about, I mean, it's maxed out with the 4 cup, and even then you can't just drop it straight in. You got to try to hold it and wiggle it down because it's a tight fit. So anyway, I'm gonna make a solid box, and instead of buying another 3/4 inch thing, I'll probably just have that, you know, fitted in the door. But anyway, just a box with it sucking in that I can open the front, set it in there, and close the box and see what's going on, you know. So I'll do it one day. It ain't no big rush. You know, the main reason is here later, when I finally do get the shooting star in, you know, I'll be heating the plastic up in the 8 cup amounts and doing it that way. And when I do it, you know, I want to be able to you know, I'd like to be able to, even though you ain't got to, I'd like to be able to have the option to stick that in there. Sometimes I'll be heating up, you know, 8 cups worth of remelts. You know, I have a box full of old sprues there. I got buckets of damn sprues, and sometimes I'll pull them all out and Well, I'll give you a prime example. I try to keep some colors, you know, like this right here is all similar colors, and you know, I'll melt it down and make a lot of personal baits for myself, and you know, for like family and stuff like that. And honestly, sometimes that's a little hot, but it'll be all right. Put some stabilizer in it. But I wanted to heat that back up, and I got started running my mouth, and so I got it up around 390. But I'll put a little bit of that in it, let it cool off a second. But anyway, sometimes you end up with something pretty cool with and even if you don't, here's the thing, even if you don't think it looks good, somebody else might think it looks great. I mean, I had a color that actually was a few different colors. You know, it was just a bunch of random colors I threw in there. It looked kind of okay. You know, you can tell a lot of times with remelts, because you'll have a lot of different flake colors in it. And I put some of that Hobby Lobby, like I think it was like green apple pearl, something like that. Put that in it, stirred it up, and it gave it this pearl color. I'll show you real quick. You know, and I mean, I didn't care for it, but somebody saw it and they loved it and wanted some made. So luckily I had a big batch of that stuff left. So anyway, what I'm getting at is, sometimes just because you make something that looks crazy and you don't like it, that's usually the ones that other people's going to enjoy. All right, let's get this over here. I got it on my bigger tripod, so I can try to get you a maybe a little bit better angle. All right, and I hadn't even, like I said, I hadn't even opened this one yet. It's still got that little paper. There we go. I shook it up really good, and that's another thing. I always make sure, and I've been shaking this, you know, off and on. Always make sure you shake it up really good. All right, let's see what we can make here. I'm just gonna slowly mix in some, and you know, like I've made colors similar to this, and it really looks like a little bit of purple mixed in with white is what I'm thinking it's gonna look like. I don't want to go too crazy thick with it. Well, right here it almost looks like a purplish bubble gum. It really does. That is almost like a watered down bubble gum. So it's a little bit different than what I thought, but I was close. That is really like a watered down bubble gum. Anyway, well, that ain't terrible. If I wanted that to be more like bubble gum, I'd just add a little bit thicker pink to it, maybe a couple of drops of purple, and it would just about be dead on. All right, well, now I need to decide what I'm gonna do with it. But you could, honestly, you could pass that off right now just about as you can really pass that off as a bubble gum. All right, this is where I keep my flake at for right now, and it is a jumbled up mess. Let's see what we want to do here. I think I'm gonna do just a purple, but you know what, I'm gonna do something a little different than what I'm gonna do some large purple. It might look like crap, but you know what, I don't care. This is gonna be for me. I'll use this when I go fishing next time, and you never know, I might catch a fish. Okay, what would this look good in? This is when you need to do, I've never done one. This is one of them times where you'd be kind of cool to have like live feed. You know, hey, what mold would you like? You know what I mean? Take a vote on it. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Damn. I honestly do not know. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna do it in a trick worm, and I think I'll do it in a I think I'll do it in one of my ribbon tails. You know, just to see what it looks like. But anyway, get you back angled so you can see what's going on. See if this is, I don't know how well this is gonna look. I'm skeptical about it, but at the same time, when you're making stuff just for you to use and just you know, playing around, it really doesn't matter. I mean, there's been days that I could have threw a you know, I could have tied a piece of tubing on with a hook and caught fish. I mean, any given day you bring it by a fish, they'll hit it. So a lot of times bait colors are very important. Sometimes it really isn't. I think that's gonna look okay. I'm gonna add more purple to it. Something else I get asked about all the time too is flake. You know, I get questions all the time because you'll see me in some of my videos talk about using, like, and see that changed the color up just a tad, but it still looks good. I think it looks fine. We'll find out. But anyway, I get asked all the time about flake, you know, because I will use a Walmart, you know, flake, or I'll use a Hobby Lobby flake. But, and I try to make it known that you got to experiment with it, you know, especially if you're making it for yourself. It ain't gonna be that bad. But you know, if you're trying to do an order or something, you know, like making some high quality stuff, I would recommend going with a better you know, a better flake, especially if you're going to use something that's medium or large. Now, with that being said, there is a lot of your micro size, like not necessarily micro but small, you know, like 0.015 or somewhere in there, even 0.08, that is, you know, small without being extra fine. Because extra fine in the cheap brands I have found to bleed a little bit more. But you know, your smaller stuff really does seem to hold up pretty good in your cheaper brands. And while that's sitting, and you see got the sprues topped off, while that's sitting, I'll explain what I'm talking about. For example, like this right here is a Hobby Lobby glitter. Okay, this one is a medium, but this color right here actually holds up really well, handles high heat. You know, and I say high heat, but I mean, it handles really well. It don't bleed that much. Okay, like this is a Walmart one. This one right here will almost turn clear, and your plastic will be blue because it will bleed bad. You got to experiment. But at the same time, the Hobby Lobby fine ones like this, they all hold up really well. Honestly, they hold up extremely well. You know, even like this color right here, you know, Hobby Lobby. But that also goes back to experiment, you know what I mean? Just get you a little bit of plastic, experiment, because most of them will handle being, you know, you heat your plastic up to 350. I always like to go about 360 or so, and heat it up a couple times to really make sure it's cooked. Anyway, experiment with it. But where they bleed a lot sometimes is the reheat. Now, if you mix up a big batch and you're steady reheating, you'll see a lot more bleed. And I've honestly seen bleed in almost every one of them once you do a few reheats. I've had MF bleed a little bit with reheat. I've had bait plastics bleed a little bit with reheat. And I'm not talking about one reheat. I'm talking about like constant reheat. You know, you mix up a 4 cup worth of plastic, and you're only shooting one mold, and you reheat it several times, you're gonna notice some bleed in almost every single brand. Now the Walmart fine, these right here, they're extra fine. They do work pretty well. I use them. Certain colors will bleed. There's a purple color down there. It will bleed, but what I like to do with that color, if I'm making a purplish color, I'll add it sometimes to it. It'll give it a little extra sparkle, but the purple in it will actually change the tone of it, and you know, it looks pretty good. What I'm getting at, especially if you're just a hobbyist, don't be afraid to experiment and try it. I mean, I know I see, I mean, I don't count them, but I probably see 100 comments. Let me wipe this screen, but I probably see 100 comments a week on, you know, these bait forums where people are asking about glitters and stuff. And I mean, and you got some people that try to treat them like they're stupid, and I can't stand that. I mean, there's not a stupid question. And the reason I say that, when I first started out, you know, I couldn't find information, and that's the reason. That's one of the reasons I decided to make this channel, is because, you know, I tried to ask a few people questions, and it seemed like nobody wants to help out. You know, oh, you need to research, you need to, well, that's what I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? So that's another reason I tried to create this channel. You know, I'm not knocking on some of the other people that have these channels, but you know, that's why I don't mind trying to answer questions with what I've done learned. You know, because I don't know everything, but I'm just one of them people. I've always been like that. If it's something I'm interested in, I will research the dog shit out of it, and I will learn and soak up everything, you know, and I will remember everything that I've ever read or learned about. You can ask me 10 years from now about something that I learned, and I can tell you, but you can ask me what I did last week that had nothing to do with, you know, and I couldn't tell you. It's just, I'm just that type of person. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's see what this is gonna look like. I'm gonna angle you right here. Usually I face it the other way, but we don't have the damn bath right now, so we're just doing it this way. Damn, boy, that, well, I know it came out wrong, but that actually looks really freaking awesome. Try to get where you can see. That actually looks really good. I don't know, that's pretty cool. That is actually really cool. This would be a color that I would actually, you know, offer and sell. Let me pop this ribbon tail out real quick. But yeah, this would be a color I would actually offer and sell. I don't know about in the ribbon tails, but you know what? I'll use it. I would definitely use that color. I like that. Honestly, I'm gonna switch it up real quick, and I think I'm gonna make me a I think I'm just gonna make me a couple of craws. Shoot, I really do like that. Let me face this around, angle it up, but yeah, I'm gonna make me a couple of ecto craws. You know, I like the ecto craw. Now I love the H crawl. I like my new let me heat that up again. Now I like my new crazy crawl. I really do. I have made a ton of them. Let's see. I've made a ton of these lately, and if you haven't seen it, go check out one of my other videos. But I have made a ton of these baits right here lately, and they're let's see, try to get it where you can see the actual crawl. They're similar to a the speed crawl, but to me they work a little bit different. And let me check this plastic and I'll explain what I mean by that. And check the temperature. Oh yeah, that's good. But what I mean by that, because it's a little warm, 340, so I'll let it sit for a second. What I mean by that, the regular speed crawl, you you know, you throw it out there and you pull it, and you can just start winding, and the little claws go ahead and start kicking. Well, that one right there, you throw it out there, and if you give it a quick little snap of the rod to get it started, the claws it has a lot more boom, boom, boom. You know, the claws, they kick up a lot. You know, it might not be as fast, but they kick up just crazy, like boom, boom, you know, versus the regular speed craws. They're a little bit faster, and it don't take as much. You know, you just start whining, and they're a little more thin, so they just start kicking. That one, you need to give it, when you first cast it out there and start, just give it a little pop, and what it does when it pops real fast, it starts that motion, and then it just really goes to town. You know, I like the bait. It actually performs really well. You know, I ain't got it on video, but I have already caught fish on it. I mean, it's a cool little bait. You know, it displaces a lot of water. You know, and yeah, I'm shooting this one a little fast, but the ecto crawl is one of those molds that and you're shooting for yourself, it don't really matter that much. I don't personally care if the antennas feel all the way or not, you know, when I'm making them for myself. But if I'm doing an order, you know, you always want the antennas to fill in all the way. And you know, so this one is, you know, it's one of those molds you got to shoot a little bit faster, that way the plastic gets down there and fills in that small antenna. You know, it's a thin antenna, so if you don't, it won't fill in all the way. Which, you know, for myself, I honestly don't care if it's got antennas or not. But you know, for people that's spending, you know, good hard-earned money, you want them to look good. And you know, I'm the type of person, before I hang my baits up or anything, and you know, it's hard to do quality control when you're making so many, but you know, I try to hang them all up, like just pick it up, look in the light, make sure I don't see any air bubbles or voids. Some will get past you, you know, that's just part of, you know, the bait business. Some will get past you, but you try to do quality control. You know, and the way I look at it, if I see one that has a void or something, if it's not real bad, I'll throw it to the side and I'll use it and fish with it. But other than that, I throw it back in the remelt section. I'll remelt it down, and you know, I mean, I don't like, and you know, it ain't just custom bait makers. I promise you, I won't be the first to say it, you very seldom ever buy a bag out of a store that is got perfect little baits in it. You're gonna have dents, you're gonna have voids, you're gonna have flashing. I mean, almost every damn brand I've ever bought, you look in them and you're gonna have that. So I mean, you can't always you know, not have it, but you can try to do quality control and make sure. I try to, I really do. And depending on the contrast and how thick you make the bait will depend on how much actually shows up to you, you know. But anyway, that color actually came out pretty good. I'm impressed with it. And what I'll probably do later on for myself, I'm not going to do it on video because we're already almost 30 minutes. I got these old sprues right here. This is sprues from that new crawl color I was making. I'll probably melt that down, see what it looks like, and laminate it over what I got left over with this sour grape, you know, for myself, of course. And stuff like that I do all the time for myself. I've made some ugly colors that I think is ugly, but some people damn sure they'll see it, because I'll post pictures on it and I'll have people see, hey man, can you make me some of that? You know, sure. Then I'll try to recreate it. You know, sometimes you can get it dialed in, and sometimes you're like, man, what did I do? These will be done in just a second, and then we will see what they look like. I'm going to try to get this video uploaded tonight. I mean, the signal out here is garbage, if I got enough time, I'll stop at the interstate down down the road from the house. A couple miles down is Interstate 10. I can stop right there on the side of the road, and usually that's where I end up uploading my videos most of the time, because our signal out here at the house is just straight up garbage, you know. So I'll try to get it done tonight if I have time. If not, then I'll get it uploaded tomorrow. Anyway, this has got about another minute. This section right here, if you remember, used to have my like airbrush stuff. I got all that, and it's a mess. I got all that stuck way over there, and because I'm in the middle of rearranging. I've been trying to do it during my work week, and I am, after a night, I am off for a couple of days, so I'll get back started on it then, trying to get stuff rearranged. I finally did. It don't look terribly great, but I did put I had a couple of pints of that. I actually had bought it to try it out for like doing a coating on crankbaits, because it was originally designed for like tabletops and stuff like that, but I saw some people was using it for crankbaits, so I decided to try it out, and it worked. It was just a real extremely slow cure time. I mean, it really was slow, so I didn't use it no more. I just decided to clean up and just pretty much brush it all over the top, and I mean, hell, it works great now. You know, it was just straight wood, and when plastic stuck to it, it would stick, and you know, try to get it off, but works great now. All right, let's see these craws. That's the first group, and hell, you know, like I say, that color right there, I like it. And you see all these antennas are filled in, you know, because we shot it a little fast. You know, this is one of those molds, if you don't shoot fast, your antennas, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll find, here's one right here I done earlier, and you can, in that green color, you can see the antennas should come down to here, but they short, and you know, for yourself, that ain't no big deal. But anyway, I like that. I wasn't gonna pop these off. I'm gonna go ahead and pop them off. You know, I was gonna hang them up, but we got this pan sitting to the side, so I don't mind. But I mean, I like that. I think if I done this color again, adjust that. If I done it again instead of purple, I think I would go with a you know, like a large blue, but that still looks pretty good. Let me pull these off. Yeah, so spread this out and see what it looks like. Hell, putting them all in my hand kind of just looks like a jumbled up mess, but anyway, ribbon tails, craws, and those trick worms. Honestly, those trick worms are about the best in my opinion. I mean, I'm going to use the worms and the craws, but man, that just looks really good in that trick worm to me. But there's the haul, and we're going to go ahead and end this video. You know, we're sitting at 33, right at 34 minutes. Before I end it, I finally got my label done. I ordered some new labels for my bait bags, and I got some new business cards coming, so hopefully they'll come on in. But anyway, I was excited about getting my label done. The gentleman that done it, I thought he done a good job on it. You know, labels are expensive, but I like the way he, you know, I looked at some of his other work, and I like the way he was able to do it, so I was glad I chose him. I'm going to try to eventually get a, you know, a couple other things done. I might try to get some stickers made, you know, a couple of t-shirts, maybe do like a giveaway or something. You know, this is one of my favorite shirts. I know y'all probably get tired of seeing this one. Don't get me wrong, it's clean, but when I'm out here, this is probably one of my favorite shirts. I mean, it's dirty, it's torn, you know, I don't want to wear good clothes out here. So when I'm out here, I'm gonna wear something like this, because you get plastic all over it. You get pigment on it. I mean, these stains are all from pigment mostly. So anyway, I'll probably get a couple shirts just to wear out here while I'm doing this. They're gonna get messed up, but whatever, you know. Anyway, I do appreciate everybody that watches. I know my videos are long. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. So it is what it is. Anyway, hopefully you learned something. If you have any questions, just hit me up. You know, you can always leave a comment here. I try to respond. I don't always see every single comment. You can always send me a message on Facebook under, you know, you can contact me on Tall Tales Custom Tackles, or you can go to my personal page under Eric Gilly. Send me a message there. If you don't have Facebook, some people don't, I'm on Instagram under Tall Tales Custom Tackles, so you can always contact me there, and you know, I'll always try to respond, regardless of how small or petty the question may be. You know, I try to respond to everybody. But anyway, I do appreciate it. If you haven't, you know, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, you know, hit the notification bell. You know, that way sometimes I'm able to get videos out more often than others, but most of the time it's about once a week. Sometimes I'm able to get 2 a week, and sometimes I might even go a week and a half. It really just depends on what's all going on during that time. But anyway, I do appreciate it. Share it with your social media, pass the word on, and we will catch you next time. Thank you.